All right, let's just jump right in. If you're on the job hunt right now, you've probably got this feeling that something is, well, off. It's not just you, I promise. The entire playbook for how to land a job has been completely rewritten. So today, we're going to break down exactly what has changed and give you the new set of rules to actually win in this 2026 job market.
So let's get right to the heart of it. You've polished your resume, you're firing off applications left and right, and all you're hearing back is silence. Crickets. Why? Well, it turns out the methods that were a sure thing just a few years ago are now basically hitting a brick wall. And there are some pretty shocking numbers that explain why. And here it is, the first hard truth. For every, say, 100 online applications you send out into the ether, you can realistically expect to get only 3 to 5 callbacks for an actual interview. Just think about that. It's an incredibly low number, and it means the huge majority of your effort is just vanishing into a digital black hole. And that feeling of hopelessness you might have, it's real and it's widespread. Data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York shows that how people feel about their chances of finding a job just hit a record low, only 43.1%. So yeah, if the market feels tough, that's because it is. But here's the key. It's not impossible. It just demands a totally different strategy. This really says it all. That old strategy of just blasting out hundreds of generic resumes, what we call spray and pray, isn't just a waste of time anymore. It's actively hurting your chances. The automated systems companies use now are literally designed to filter out that exact kind of low-effort application. The game has shifted from a game of volume to a game of precision. So, how in the world did we get here? What caused this massive change? Well, we are living through what I like to call the great hiring rewiring. There are these huge forces at play that are completely changing how companies find people, and understanding what they are is absolutely your first step to adapting. Just think about how hiring used to work. Back then, it was all about your pedigree, where you went to college, your resume, and a manager's gut feeling during a handshake. But today, it is a completely different ballgame. Now, it's about what skills you can prove you have, hard data, and getting past AI screeners long before a human ever even sees your name. And that brings us to maybe the single most important concept in today's job market, skills-based hiring. It's exactly what it sounds like. Companies now care way, way more about what you can do, your actual tangible abilities, than what your diploma says or where you used to work. It's a huge shift from your background to your abilities. So who's the new gatekeeper in this world? More often than not, it's a machine. A staggering 98% of Fortune 500 companies, so basically all of them, use what's called an applicant tracking system, or ATS. This means your first interview isn't with a person. Your first challenge is to write a resume that a robot can understand and give a high score to. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. The old MARPs are useless. So now let's get to the good stuff, the solution. We're going to give you a clear 3-part playbook that is designed specifically for this new reality. Think of this as your new guide to not just surviving, but actually thriving. And here's that framework. It's simple. 1, master the machine. 2, build your brand. And 3, prove your skills. These are the 3 pillars of your entire job search now. If you get these right, you'll go from feeling like you're shouting into the void to actually getting targeted, meaningful responses. So let's break each one down. First up, master the machine. This is all about getting past that robot gatekeeper, the ATS. You need to literally copy the keywords and key phrases from the job description and weave them into your resume. Use AI tools to check your grammar, but don't let them write it for you. And please, keep the formatting simple. No fancy columns or graphics. The software just can't read it. Step 2 is all about building your personal brand. Your LinkedIn profile, it's not just an online resume anymore, it's your professional billboard. Craft a strong headline, but more importantly, get active. Go engage with posts from leaders in your field. And why bother? Because get this, referrals make up a whopping 40% of all hires. Your network is everything. And finally, number 3, prove your skills. Don't just list what you did, tell a story with numbers. So instead of saying, I manage social media, say, I grew social media engagement by 50% in 6 months. See the difference? Even better, create a portfolio with examples of your work. Showing is always, always more powerful than telling. So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's simple, quality over quantity. Stop the mass emailing. The new winning strategy is to focus on just 5 to 10 highly targeted, deeply customized applications every week. Treat each one like its own little project. This focused, intentional approach is what gets you noticed. Okay, so let's flip the script for a minute. We've talked a lot about what you should be doing, but what are the companies actually looking for on the other side of that screen? Knowing what they truly value gives you a massive advantage. So, what are they hunting for? Well, according to the World Economic Forum, it boils down to these top 3 skills. Number 1, analytical thinking. Can you solve complex problems? Number 2, AI and big data literacy. You don't have to be a coder, but you have to speak the language. And number 3, and this one's fascinating, is emotional intelligence. As AI does the routine stuff, human skills like empathy become way more valuable. And all of this really points to a huge shift in the employer mindset. In the past, they hired you for what you already did. Now, they're hiring you for your future potential. They want to know how fast can you learn new things? How well do you handle change? Your learning velocity, as they call it, is becoming one of your greatest assets. So we've covered the new landscape, we've walked through the new playbook, and we've peeked behind the curtain at what employers want. Now, let's wrap it all up into one core idea, a strategic mindset that should guide every single thing you do from this point forward. This quote right here just perfectly nails it. This is the new era of work. It's no longer about who has the longest resume. It's a competition based on agility, on smart problem solving, and on your hunger for learning. Your job search has one goal now, to prove that you are that person. So there you have it. The world of work has been fundamentally rewired. The strategies that used to be a sure bet for an interview, they're basically obsolete. But with all this change comes this incredible opportunity for anyone who's willing to adapt. The new playbook is right in front of you. So the only question left is, are you ready to play?